Hello everyone, my name's Cliff and welcome back to my channel. This is Cliff's Dark Gems. And if you're new here, welcome. Today I'm going to be giving some channel news, channel update, as well as a reading update for the month of February. Stay tuned. Okay everyone, it is stinking hot right now and it's 6:30 in the evening. I've got the lights on above me, I'm sweating, it's absolutely kind of crazy weather here. You can sit inside at 9 o'clock in the evening and you have to have a fan on because it's so freaking hot. So if I look like I'm sweating a little bit, it's stinking hot, even though it's in the evening. I just wanted to give a couple of channel updates quickly. This morning I woke up and I looked at my channel and lo and behold, I had just clicked over to 900 subscribers. So yeah, I'm very grateful to all of you. Thank you for caring about my channel, watching my channel, supporting me. Never believed that it would have been possible to get to this point. And I'm really just enjoying myself, and I just hope that I continue to entertain you and inform you, and yes, I just have to say thank you so much. And I have to say thank you to my wife, because without her none of this would have been possible, because if I had to do any videos it would just be and I'm not judging anyone that does videos, it's just off their iPhones or whatever, there's nothing wrong with that, but my wife has an approach that you've got to put your best foot forward in terms of doing it, and we've got the technology and we've got the time. So she creates all the introductions and everything else, and so she makes sure that I do my best. So thank you, my baby. Okay, and second of all, I want to thank all the guests that I've had on my show so far. I've had an absolute blast. I've really enjoyed it. I hope you did as well. I know that I've got a lot to learn, but sometimes it's a tricky thing doing live and kind of recording a video, because you can edit and you can cut things out. And I think one thing, I'm looking just at myself here, I think I need to be a little bit less, what's the word, don't butt in when someone's talking, that kind of thing, but I think that kind of thing will come with experience. And just to say that I've had a blast, and thank you so much for joining me on my channel, my live chats, and I hope to continue that going into the future. I'm really having fun with that. Okay everyone, so now we're just going to do a quick reading update for this month. This is the second one, and for a change I'm not going to do it in any specific order. These books that I've been reading for reading events, for group reads, and I've had a pretty good month so far. I've read about 8 books, maybe not where I really wanted to be with the Read What You Own challenge, but I'm going at it slow but steady. So let's get started. Okay, we're going to start off with Stephen King, End of Watch. Now this is part of the group readathon, all about Holly, it's the group of us, and this was a fitting end to the Bill Hodges trilogy. I really enjoyed it. I actually, unlike a lot of people, I enjoyed the supernatural aspect of it as well. I don't know why, but I just really found it quite intriguing. And I'm not going to talk much about the book itself, because we're going to do a live show. It's going to be on Greg's channel from Another Bibliophile Reads, and we're going to be doing a live group chat about this particular book in the All About Holly series. Stay tuned for that. I think that's on the 28th or 29th of February. That is End of Watch, Stephen King. Okay, next up we got The Little Sisters of Illyria, Dark Tower, the Gunslinger, and this is an excellent addition to the Dark Tower series. It's a graphic novel, it's absolutely wonderful. It's just sort of another one of Roland's adventures, like a side trip, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's terrifying, absolutely stunning illustrations, terrifying illustrations, and I thoroughly enjoyed myself. And of course these sisters and Illyria is sort of referenced in other books in the Stephen King universe. But yeah, this is kind of special. And it's also taken from, the Sisters of Illyria is taken from the compilation Everything's Eventual by Stephen King, short story collection. And I love the story just as a short story as well. But the images and the graphics and illustrations really bring this to life. And I love it. 5 stars. Okay, next up there was a readathon that I did not take part in. Didn't take part in any of the prompts. It's called Holmes is Where the Heart Is, but I did decide to give Sherlock Holmes a try. And I read the first book in the Sherlock Holmes universe, and that is A Study in Scarlet by Sherlock Holmes. And I have to say that I am absolutely delighted, so pleasantly surprised after reading it, how much I enjoyed it. He's such an interesting character study of these characters of Sherlock Holmes and I think it's Dr. Watson. They are just so unique and interesting characters. In particular, Sherlock Holmes, there's an aura of mystery about him, and I love the fact that the story is told from the point of view of Watson. So it just adds to this aura about this man. And his powers of deduction and almost superhuman powers of deduction. But it's also the story itself. I just found myself really intrigued, really engaged. I really enjoyed it. And I'm definitely going to read more by this author. Okay, so there we have Sherlock Holmes, A Study in Scarlet. Okay, and finally we got a very important reread for me. Now MJ from Reading His Life is doing 24 in 24 banned books. So 24 reading 24 banned books in 24. I'm not going to get to 24 because I don't own that many, and I'm still busy with the challenge. But I realized I did still own Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury, and I definitely decided to give it a reread. And I was a lot more impressed this time around. It's just such a powerful story, such an important story. And it's about this fireman who basically, in a dystopian future, the world is very messed up, and he starts fires instead of putting out fires. And he starts fires because he burns books which are illegal in the society. And yeah, a lot of people say that it's just, this book is about censorship. It's about anti-censorship sort of thing, stop censoring books. But it's a hell of a lot more than that. It's about the whole idea of making us think about things too deeply. Society where they're trying to get the citizens to watch TV, a huge screen to cover the whole freaking wall, and live shows are sort of just repetitive stuff that government wants you to hear. That the whole book is like criticism of thinking and of the ability to think for ourselves and not just become vegetables sitting and watching TV. And so the book burning is just part of that. It's kind of a legal thing because the books give you ideas. It makes you think critically about things, and this world doesn't want that. This world wants you to not think so much and just do. And it's a very violent world, and it's a world where the outlet is kind of going out. As I say, there's wars on. It's being completely violent, kicking a dog, whatever. That's something I got from it, I think. And they're jumping in a car and driving at 200 miles an hour just to let off your frustration. It's just a crazy world. And you find this character, I can't remember what his name is now, sorry, but it's a fireman, and it's all about him and how at the beginning he loves to burn. He takes delight in his job, which is to burn books. And then he meets his neighbor who's a little bit eccentric, and he starts changing. Things start changing within him, and he starts thinking for himself, which is a dangerous thing in this world. And he starts, and his world unravels, and it's just such a powerful book. And it's actually banned, or was threatened to be banned a number of times for the most ridiculous reasons in the world, because it has bad language. I didn't remember any bad language, to be honest. That's number one. Parents don't like bad language. Oh, and I'm going to get to that in a second. And number two, there's drugs in this book. Although I don't really remember any LSD or cocaine or any mind-altering drugs. It's ludicrous. It's absolutely ludicrous. And it reminds me of a story when I was still a teacher about 30 years ago. And I was teaching an English class in grade 8. And there was a parent. And it was absolutely unbelievable. And this book we were teaching, there's the Hardy Dolls again, and I promised you guys I will show you them one day. But this parent at the school didn't like this book we were teaching. And not because of the subject matter of the book, but because there was swearing, there was naughty words. And he contacted the head of department, and the head of department called me in and said, just have a look at this. The parent had made a fire and was burning the kid's book on the fire. He didn't come and talk to the school, he didn't come talk to us and say, let's discuss this like rational human beings. He decided he's going to burn the book. He says, I don't want my kid learning this crap. So yeah, I thought, it's just absolutely bizarre behavior, to be honest. And so look, I'm going to carry on reading banned books this year. I know that I've got Harry Potter. I don't promise that I'm going to read Harry Potter again. Hey, maybe I will, just the first one, just to, because there's a whole list, huge list of banned and challenged books. I'll find some of them. Probably not 24, maybe 8, 10. But I'll get to them in time. Okay, so that is Fahrenheit 451. Okay everyone, so before the light gets completely dark, let me just lean forward a little bit. I'm sorry, yeah, that's just the way it is in this country. But I hope you enjoy that. Let me know what you think by leaving a comment down below in the spaces down below. Tell me what you think. And until next time, keep those pages turning, take care of yourselves, and cheers.